Okay, this is a post. I don't know when I posted it. It didn't get very many views, but let me explain it to you. Listen, check it out. Okay, deprivation of rights. Okay, that's clearly what's going on here. Okay, violating the oath is a federal crime, punishable by removal from office, prison, and fines. Okay, you see the oath violated on a daily basis from the popo to the president. It doesn't matter who it is. Hold them to the oath. Remember, violating the oath is a federal crime. Okay, so they took the oath to uphold the Constitution, right? And in the Constitution, those are your constitutional rights, your civil rights, your human rights. Okay. So them violating the oath is deprivation of rights because that is your right, the Constitution. That's your constitutional rights. So them violating the oath leads to a deprivation of rights. Right now is what you're calling is politely put, as politicians in the legal system put, is a constitutional crisis. That means your public servants are breaking the law. Okay, if you or I get too many traffic tickets and don't pay them, we go to jail. Okay, look up for penalties for deprivation of rights. Okay, and since when it comes to the legal system, reporting misconduct is mandatory in both the rules and the codes of professional conduct, and nobody's reporting that misconduct, so that leads to a conspiracy against rights under the color of law. Conspiracy only takes two or more people to break and conspiring to break the law, and that law they are breaking is the mandatories of the oath. Under the color of law just means abuse of power. What they're doing you think is legal but isn't legal. It's just that you don't know what your rights are. You don't know the law. You don't have the legal learned education of a seasoned professional. How is that a fair trial? And yet they will hold you to the same rules and regulations that they hold that to the legal seasoned professionals, but not the legal seasoned professionals themselves. That's why people are going pro se because their lawyer's not doing their job, but they aren't reading over the rules of professional conduct and finding out what their lawyer was supposed to do but didn't do at the very beginning, and that's deprivation of rights. Deprivation of rights starts at the very beginning when you first talk to your attorney, and he's not discussing the legal obligations of all attorneys and judges in every court of law, not just to you, but to the public in general. Okay, so that's violating oath is deprivation of rights, and nobody going to jail for it. That's a conspiracy against rights under the color of law. Okay, pretty simple if you really think about it. If you just read the law, remember, always apply the letter of the law, which is a mandate in interpreting the law. It means everything you see right here has to be done word for word to the letter. Anything you've written when it comes to the law has to be done word for word to the letter so that we all see and say here the same thing. There are violations. The penalties for violating the letter of the law, same here, punishable by removal from office, prison, and fines, which can also lead to, depending on the severity of crime and the misinterpretation of that law, can lead to severe and heavy penalties. And any attempt to violate the letter of law is easily construed legally as disinformation, which is illegal, and same there, punishable by removal from office, prison, and fines. So that's a whole lot saying right there, okay? There's a whole lot being told in this little story right here. If you just look up deprivation of rights, a conspiracy of rights under the color of law, I did videos on it, but I need you. I've been doing this for years and just ain't nothing happening. But the more people that talk about it, the more people that do it. All you got to do is look up conspiracy against rights under the color of law complaint form. Just put that in your search bar, a conspiracy against rights under the color of law complaint form. And that'll direct you to where people will actually prosecute and sue on your behalf. Thank you and good night.